morning, good afternoon, and good evening, GHA family and friends. We are back with another homework helper video for 5th grade. So, this is going to be Module 2, Lesson 5. It's very, very similar to Lesson 4, so I'm going to read the directions and we're going to get started. Alright, so it says, draw an area model and then solve using standard algorithm. Use arrows to match to the partial products from the area model to the partial products in the algorithm. So first they have 24 times 21. 24 times 21. Alright, so the way that we figure out how many squares we need in our area model is we count the digits. So we have 1, 2 digits, and we have 2 digits here. So easily we know that this is 4, but we can also, this is how we do it. We take our 2 digits by 2 digits. So 2 digits by 2 digits is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. So that's how we know that our area model is going to have, excuse me, 4 squares. Okay, so let's label our area model. We have a tens place and a ones place on both numbers. So how many tens do we have in 24? We have 2 tens, and that adds up to 20. How many ones do we have? Well, we have 4 ones. Alright, now let's move over to 21. How many tens are in 21? We have 2, and that is for 20. 10 times 2 is 20. Now we have 1 in the ones place, so we can go ahead and put our 1 here. Now, for those of you who get tricky with this, I'll help you. So just like in our standard algorithm, you want to take the bottom number and multiply it by everything that you see up top. So let's start with the 1. 1 times 20 is what, class? It's 20. Anything times 1 is itself. So we know that 1 times 4 is going to be 4. Okay? Let's move up to the other one. So we have 20 times 20. The way that we do that for 2-digit multiplication is we're going to count our non-zero numbers, 2 and 2. So let's multiply 2 and 2. 2 times 2 is 4. And then we have 2 zeros in our equation, so we go ahead and add those. 20 times 20 is 400. Okay, now we can take our 20 here and multiply it by 4. So the way that we do 2 digits by 1 digit is just by counting by 20. So we're going to count by 20 4 times. 20, 40, 60, 80. So we know 20 times 4 is 80. Okay, so now we have our area model filled in. We can add our 2 squares to find a partial product. Okay, so 400 plus 80 gives us 480. And then we have 20 plus 4, which gives us 24. So these are our partial products. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of our area model. I'm going to shrink our area model so that I can do standard algorithm. Okay, so in order to do our standard algorithm, we have to take our problem from horizontal to vertical. And here's how. 24 times 21. So just like in our area model, we're going to take the bottom numbers and multiply them by the top numbers. So we're going to start with 1 like we did before. 1 times 4 is going to give us 4. And 1 times 2 is going to give us 2. Now, after we've done everything with our 1, we can put a 0 spacer here and move on to the 2. So now we're going to take the 2 and multiply it by everything that you see above. 2 times 4 is 8. And we know 2 times 2 is going to be 4 again. Our last step is to add our 2 partial products. Do you see the similarities here? One of our partial products is 480. We have that here with our 0 spacer. And then our first partial product is 24. We have that here. So now we know that we're on the right track and we can go ahead and add our 2 numbers together. So we have 4 plus 0 gives us 4. And then we have 2 plus 8, which gives us 10. We put the 0 down, carry the 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. So we know that our answer through standard algorithm is 504. The way that we can check this is to add our partial products from our area model, which we have here. So if we go back to our area model, then we can take these two numbers and add them together. So 480 plus 24. That leaves us with 4. 8 plus 2 is 10. Carry the 1. Again, 4 plus 1 is 5. So this is how we check it to see if we are correct. We add our partial products together, and we see if we come up with the same answer. Okay. So now I'm going to help you with one of the story problems here on the back of lesson 5 homework. It says, number 4, Zenon earns $142 per shift at his new job. During a pay period, he works 12 shifts. What would his pay be for that period? Okay, so get rid of this. Okay, so again, it says that Zenon earns $142 per shift. Every shift that he works, he's going to make $142. And they say in one pay period, he works 12 shifts. So, what do we need to do with this? Well, we know that we're working on multiplication through area model and through standard algorithm. So we're going to pick out our two numbers and we're going to multiply them. So we have 142 multiplied by 12. Standard algorithm looks like this vertically. 142 multiplied by 12. Okay? Now, if you want to do the area model, then you take the digits and you multiply them. So we have 3 digits here, 1, 2, 3, and 2 digits here. What is 3 times 2? 3 times 2 is 6. So you know when you create your area model, you need to have 6 squares, okay? So now you can break your top number down by place value. How many hundreds, tens, and ones are in 142? We have 100. We have 4 tens, which makes 40. And we have 2 ones. Now, to break down the number 12, we would say we have a tens place and a ones place. How many tens are in 12? We have 1. So 1 10 is just 10. And how many ones do we have in 12? We have 2. All right, so now you can multiply 10 times 100 and put it here. 10 times 40 and put it here. 10 times 2 goes here. Then we're going to take our 2 and multiply by everything we see up top as well. 2 times 100 goes here. 2 times 40 goes here. And 2 times 2 is 4. It goes here. Okay. Have a good evening.